good evening, watchers, and welcome and movie buffs, and welcome to a movie review today. I've just finished watching tonight. So I started watching about. I just have to. What time? Was it 8 o'clock? Just before 8. So I've just finished watching it, and yeah, it's an interesting horror film. It's a film called Video Dead. I did the review of that one, but then I've just watched that one there, Video Dead. Pretty good horror film, I'd say. Pretty good. And it's a film, but it's about this this TV right that I suppose it has kind of special powers as TV does because it has like this because in the film right it's like it starts off with in this guy's his house, this guy's like in bed right, and he's like, and then these delivery people turn up. He's to deliver this TV to him, but of course he doesn't know nothing about this TV. He says he's not ordered a TV because this is like 90. I don't know what year this film was. 1987. So this is like a 30-year-old film before. This is like 30 years. Jesus Christ, 30 years. A really interesting film. So anyway. Like I said, he doesn't know nothing about this TV, so of course he says, well, we've got to give it to you anyway because, so he kind of goes, you know what, okay, fine, I'll have the TV. So of course the TV's in this like box, of course, it's like a wooden box. It's not like a normal box. It's like a wooden box. So anyway, and it's not a very good TV actually. It's like a really old TV. It's like Jesus Christ, very 80s TV. Actually, it's probably early 80s TV. It looks really old. It's not like the TVs get now. You get 4K quality and stuff. This TV is like small and it's like really old. So anyway, so he takes the TV and he opens the box. And then he goes, I don't watch TV, so he kind of leaves it on the side of the TV. Of course, for some reason it keeps. Of course, then later on in the film he starts to like he's knitting. I think he's typing. He's a typewriter. He's typing something out, right? Of course, the TV keeps turning itself on. This horror film keeps popping up. The zombie film, black and white one. And he's kind of like, what the hell's going off? He's like, so it's alright off. and then he pulls the plug out. So he takes the plug out. It's plugged into, but it keeps turning itself on all the time. So he pulls the plug out and he goes to bed, but then it turns itself on again when it's not plugged in. So and then next bit the zombie film starts off and then. And next minute the TV kind of spins over and these zombies come out of the TV like, and I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool actually. I'd say, because imagine that, a TV that actually comes to life, like things from the TV comes to life. Very different. So and then it goes. You don't see him kill him right, but you kind of like you see. Then the film kind of cuts off. Then and next minute the delivery people turn up because we've sent it to the wrong address, and of course they find him. It's a bit of a spoiler. They find him dead when they open the door. So anyway, further later on in the film, this family move in, but not really like this guy and his sister move into this house, right, and. Of course, meet this girl in it who has this dog, and of course, what happens? He meets her. I think he fancies her anyway. So anyway, there's this one part in the film where the dog kind of wanders off into the woods. The next bit he sees like a zombie in the woods, and then he does something to the dog, and you don't actually see it kill the dog. You just see like a yelp or stuff like that. So. Of course, they're in the kitchen. They both go out looking for the dog, the girl and the kid in it. Of course, to find the dog dead. So, the funny is the acting was kind of off because it's like she didn't seem that bothered about it. She's like, oh, my dog's dead. Oh, okay, no one. I think so. Some of the acting was kind of off in it, but apart from that, some of the acting was fine in it. Not too bad. I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a zombie in it, and he turns up and he looks familiar. He's an actor that I keep seeing all the time, and he's been on shows like The X-Files, and he's been on Tremors Was it Tremors 4, the Western one? Was it 4-3? Must be 4. So yeah, anyway, yeah, cool. It's got some cool practical effects. It's got some it's got some cool makeup effects and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, this guy keeps turning up, and this guy turns up a few times. Like, yes, he knows something about. He's the owner of the TV, of course. He knows something about. He keeps telling them that the TV is dangerous, and so he turns up a few times, and it helps him out later on in the film, but kind of. So anyway, so there's one part in the film where the kid's like in his bedroom. Right? He's got the TV in his bedroom, right? And the next minute, he's smoking something, right? The next minute, I think is he sleeping? I think he's sleeping, right? Next minute, this girl comes on TV, right? And then she's like, kind of naked, a bit naked, and she starts making out with him. The next minute, she goes back in the TV, and then she gets killed in the TV by this guy, and he's telling her, the guy in the TV telling him that it's dangerous and stuff like that. It's kind of got some bizarre moments in the film. I thought, oh, okay. I won't say it's not fun. It's a very fun movie. So yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else happens. The girl, dad gets killed. You know, and his partner gets killed in it. In the film, and yeah, a few people get killed in the film. Like some of the acting's kind of bad. Actually, I was like, Jesus Christ. There's one part where the girl gets picked up, and she's going like, ah. It's like the worst acting you've ever seen. It's like, oh, terrible acting. But some of the acting's fine in it. Some of it's kind of like a little bit camp. You know, when you camp, I don't know. It's not really camp. It's just so OTT. You know, the acting is. Cool cover. I like the cover on it. It's got a cool demon on it. It's pretty cool. I love to see a remake of this. It's such a high budget remake. I think if I did a remake, I'd do it like more scary or more sinister and crazy. So anyway, the guy turns up again in the film. The guy that owns on the TV, and of course it's in the film they start putting mirrors on the house outside the house. You know, these mirrors because the zombies don't like their reflection. You know, so which is understandable. If I look like that, I'll be running a mile like thinking I'll do a Benny Hill, do a Benny Hill line, and the music kicks in there. So yeah, it's got some cool practical effects, good effects and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah. Why so serious? So anyway, yeah. So very good, cool effects. I'm gonna give them a review at 1 out of 1 between 1 and 10. I think I know what I'm gonna give it. So yeah. So the last bit is where the kid and the guy in it go out and look for the girl and trap some monsters and zombies and shit like that. And that doesn't really work out well for him. I won't say what happens, but let's just say it doesn't quite go to plan because at the end of the film, I'll cut this review short. It's not going to be a long one this time. Usually I'm like 20 minutes long, so it's not really worth a long review of this film. Because it's good, it's worth watching. The girl's alone out in the house, right? Because so it's happened to her brother and the guy, you know, so it's happened now. So anyway, the zombies go back to the house, right? But of course, there's one part where she's walking along to the door, right, and she starts remembering what her brother said about not fear. If you show fear, right, they'll kill you. So, you know, you don't show any fear, right? So she opens the door, right, and she says, oh, she kind of like shows. She's kind of being friendly to him. I said, oh, how are you? And you want to come in, okay? She starts feeding them food. I don't know what it looks like, dog food or something, or cat food. It was horrible, actually. Food looks terrible. It looks meaty and stuff like all gungy and ugh. And of course she has a plan to trap them down into the basement. The you know, with the TVs, because the TV, I think the TV's at the bottom. So yeah, the TV's at the bottom in the basement. So she forces them into going to the basement to do a dance. So because it's like a dancing thing. So she thinks shouldn't dance up here, we should dance in the basement. So she takes them down there, right? But then she remembers, then she remembers something. She tries to find a way to get away from the group, you know, the zombies. So she kind of tries to go upstairs. Of course, one of them finds the CD mix in it. These, you know, it's like a compact. It's like a big dish, you know, those compact discs. Those big, you know, those big, you know, big CDs, you know, those big disc things. Of course, then they start going after her. The next minute, she goes zooming upstairs. She kind of slips a bit, stumbles, and she goes upstairs and she shuts. Of course, there's like a mirror on the door, where the door is. So she shuts the door on them, and they start eating each other. So, because you know, they go a bit nuts and they get sucked back into the TV. Of course, it has a bit of a. To be honest, right, the film has a cruel ending to it. And all I say, cruel as hell, because the shit that she's been put through, Jesus Christ, it's like, oh my God. I could see it happening at the end. I won't see what happens. Let's just say, how do I say that? It's dead good, that's for sure. So yeah. Because she's in hospital and something happens and I won't say what happens, so yeah. She goes a bit mental in it, so she kind of loses her marbles a little bit, so yeah. But she does well, you know. The way she tricked the zombies into, like, you know, going down to the basement and stuff like that. So yeah, they go, like I said, she just traps them in like that and they start eating each other, so it's kind of freaky. But the last bit's kind of strange, but at the same time it's kind of like, oh, okay, ironic, you know. So yeah, good film though, worth watching. And right, okay, so for the review of the Video Dead, between 1 and 10, I'll give this film a 7 out of 10. I think it's a good solid horror film. It's fun as hell, but not one of my favourites. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for the Video Dead. It's definitely worth watching though. It's got, the only thing is I think the acting's bad. It's kind of some of the acting lets it down. It's not like the most exciting movie I've ever seen, but you know, it's still pretty good though. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for the Video Dead. Yeah, still thumbs up for I'll say. I'll still give a thumbs up for an enjoyable horror romp. So yeah, old fashioned 1987 horror romp. So yeah, before I go off, I'll cut this short, like I say. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Hope you have a nice evening, guys, and watchers, and oh yeah, have a nice evening, and hopefully I'll do more reviews later on, tomorrow maybe, or next week or something. And a Blu-ray update video. Like I said, I've been uploading more video game clips. So anyway, have a nice evening. Take care. And enjoy the movie review. Bye.